Okay, buried under all this, like a winter's worth of recycling bottles, piece of cardboard, an old snowblower cover, a motorbike cover, a random something or other. Under all that is a 2005 Suzuki Boulevard. It's up in a trailer because this is dirt and I don't want it to rust. It's where I store it for the winter. Don't judge. I mean, you could judge. I don't care. It's got a really bald back tire, which you can't see. We're going to get in there. I haven't moved anything out of the way. Tonight, the goal is to try to get that up in the air, figure out how to get that tire off, because turns out it is significantly cheaper if I just take the wheel to have a tire installed. Who knew? I did not know. But now that I know how much cheaper, I am motivated. I've never done this before, but how bad could it be? Step one, complete. Motorcycle sans levé. It's up in the air. And thanks to some divine providence, I'm not stuck under it. So there's enough room now for the wheel to come off, assuming I can figure out how to do that. But the way my life works, this is it for tonight. It's supper time. Step one complete. We'll get back to it someday. Okay, this video is me showing you all the things I did wrong so you don't have to. I disconnected the rear brake. You'll have to readjust that. This is your axle nut. There's a cotter pin in it. I took that off. There's a cap over here I popped out to show the other side. And right now I'm just in the process of releasing that nut. Came off fairly easy so far. All right, so in my case, that axle nut on this side is a 22 mil. On this side, I think it was 17. I'm sure you can figure it out. It's right in there. And then I just took a crowbar, came right down through here, and gave the end of it a tap to move that axle. So I think I can pull it out now. I don't really know what happens. I probably didn't even need to unhook those brakes, but I figured it would, you know, make it a little easier if there was no resistance. Okay, so since we're genuinely learning this together, this piece right here is from right up here. This piece right here is from right back here. And then I believe I can take this right off. Yes, I can. And then we'll have room to work. So that is the goal. I don't know if there's a trick to this or not, or if I got to take the brake shoe. I just don't know. I don't know anything. So we're just going to let that dangle there for a minute and see if we can move the whole wheel sideways. I've never taken the rear wheel off a shaft drive motorcycle before, so we're learning this together. Here's a real good shot of why it was time to change that tire. Pretty, eh? There you have it. If you've never seen how your shaft drive wheel works, that axle just pulls out. And all I did is I took the wheel, pulled it this way, grabbed the end of the axle, pushed the whole thing that way, and pulled, and it came out a little bit. Repeat till it came out. Now, in hindsight, probably supporting the weight of the wheel, you know, a buddy or a jack or a plank or something would have been better. But hey, we did it. It's off. No big deal. It may go back on someday. The bearings felt good though. That was nice. And yeah, that's where we're at. Making this partially for whoever's watching this and partially for me. I got some dirt I got to clean up, but that actually belongs right in there. I'm going to take it out because I don't want to drop it in the dirt again, and I need to clean it. And I'm going to pull my axle right out because I want to see how the bearings work. So I'm just going to put it through there and give it a spin, but they felt smooth. Here's the, we're going to call it drive side of the wheel. I had the axle in there and they are smooth as butter. All right, let's get this tire changed. One of the other things I was curious about is what my rear brake shoes looked like. And I don't know, they look like they got a little life left. The tire, on the other hand, I got to show you this. This is embarrassing. This is what I was dealing with. And well, lesson learned. I usually keep a better eye on these, but I put a lot of miles on this bike last summer, like more than usual. And I just didn't pay attention because I saw it at the start of the season. It had lots of life left, and then I put more than my average on. So, you know, it had a few more miles, but not very many. So I made this video in my dirt floor shed, not as an instructional video, because I'm not qualified to teach. I don't know. Well, we learned this together. You watched me learn. I don't know. But I just make them basically to say, yeah, you can probably do it, maybe. I don't know you, but give it a try. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The wheel's not back on yet, so you never know what the worst that could happen might be. But for now, we're doing fine. That's how you get it off.